Greeting, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Bloodborne. So today we are going to go ahead and finish getting our weapon to +6. I thought I was going to get it to +6 in the last session, but I'll get it to +6 in this session. There's just enough twin bloodstone shards to get your weapon in your Hargul to +5, but not enough for +6, unless you do some farming. So we're going to go ahead and grab a few shards to get our weapon to +6. We're almost there. We need like 3 more, I believe, and then we're going to go ahead and kill the boss of Yahar'gul and go from there. And in this session, I also showcase the annoyance that is Bloodborne's hunter-to-hunter interactions. It's freaking atrocious, so you can look forward to watching that nightmare in a moment. So let's go ahead and go over there. Go up this way. This guy still has our souls from last time. Deal with that idiot. He flicks his toe, gets shot, gets eviscerated. There you go. There we go. It's not much, but it's back. One-shotting the crow now that we have a more upgraded weapon, and we ourselves are upgraded more. Yeah, this guy, piece of crap. Doesn't mean that we can't worry about him. Just wanted to showcase that I do know how to parry these guys. Still, though, it's just safer to backstab because remember, counter damage is not fun. Not fun at all. I could have just pressed R2 again, but I don't know why. I just chose not to. But nonetheless, we addressed that in a moment. So things didn't get too hairy there. Go ahead and run up these stairs. More annoying enemies. Now the funny thing is I took the visceral from an angle, and so that's why I actually was able to successfully dispatch of him with a visceral. So that's why. Because I know in a previous episode I was showcasing the issue of riposte on stairs, but you obviously didn't see that problem right there because of the angle that I took the visceral from. Now look at this enemy right here. In a moment after I pick up this item. This scythe looks absolutely amazing, and it sucks that you can't get it because it's such a cool, it looks awesome. It looks cooler to me than the burial blade, you know what I mean? Like that little arcane hue on it, it looks like it would be more of a what's the word? A more arcane oriented burial blade, if you will. So it's just really sucks that you can't get it, you know? Some of the weapons that these guys have in general, like, that enemies are using looks awesome. Obviously, right there, you're seeing what I was referring to about the visceral showcase about being on stairs and it being a problem. Now over here I just had a little bit of fun. I was just sneaking up on this guy. He has a, he has the repeater pistol. It shoots 2 bullets instead of 1. To me, not really worth it. It's just not enough damage to me to warrant using it. I could always just get enough blood tinge for the Evelyn and shoot 1 bullet and do more damage compared to that. Maybe I should use the repeater pistol though, in all honesty, one of these days. I don't know why. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to retaliate, and I still said, you know what, let's try and plunging attack. That'll be awesome. And I got an axe to the face for it. Luckily, we repaid her debt in full by taking this visceral. Say goodbye to your jugular. There you go. And now I'm thinking, hey, here's a great time to put my delicious tea bag there. You know? Just sorting through gestures and whatnot. The ones that I usually prefer. I usually do this, you know, in the first playthrough, but... Not first playthrough, but like when I first get them, but... I didn't. So yeah, I was just goofing off there. Nothing serious. Alrighty. It's the good old tea bag. Now these guys, is like, they're the same in the realm that, you know, if you see them flick their toenail, you shoot, but sometimes it's weird, because, like, it doesn't look like they, moved. Like, you see, you know, like, right there, he was about to, like, hit me with the, like, I guess that's a crucifix or something? I don't know. He was going to hit me with it, but it's like sometimes the motion that he does to hit you is also just like him holding it, and so it's actually not an attack. And if you parry that, excuse me, if you shoot that, he won't stagger. So it's a little weirder for those enemies, but luckily you don't really see those guys too much. Not too much. It's usually just like the ones walking around with like a little cane stick. I don't know. Definitely looks cool. Look at that bolt piece of crap. He's wielding the Tonitrus, and the other guy is wielding the rifle spear and a shotgun. And you will see the obnoxious interaction that is hunter on hunter combat. It's freaking terrible. Absolutely terrible. They have unlimited item usage, nearly infinite stamina, and their gunshots are atrocious, especially if it's a shotgun, because it does more damage than you. And so think about it, an infinite item shotgun. Yeah, that's what we need. Funny thing is, again, like, you know, on the topic of shotguns, I hate the fact that shotguns are, like, less damage than, pistols. They're a longer fire rate, they have more recovery, and they do less damage, even if you're like on a blood-tinged character. I have no clue who thought that was going to be a wonderful idea, but that's just dumb. It should easily outdamage the pistol if I'm like point-blank range, you know. That's what I would think that, you know, it would be useful, but nope, can't have that. Now, with certain weapons, you can actually infinitely loop if your weapon is long enough to reach the backstab, but mine obviously wasn't, so he got out of that. Now, let's have fun. Look at this. Just look at all of this gunshot. Just look at this. Absolutely obnoxious. First thing he does is just walk up, shoot. Walk up, shoot. Here comes the gunshot. There you go. Shockingly, he didn't visceral, because all he's interested in doing is shooting me. And he parried me multiple times here. Multiple times, watch. Every time I'm trying to hit this idiot, I get parried, because he just keeps spamming the gun. I get 18 damage, he gets a buttload of damage. I dodged it right there, if that's what you're wondering. Look at that. I know it's not a lot, but that's mainly because all of the bullets didn't hit me. Keep in mind. You get me? If all of them hit me, trust me, it does a buttload of damage. I don't think all of them did, though. A single time. Again, though, if only it was consistent for me, as in if I were using the shotgun and I was doing that much damage. Obviously, it's low right now because, you know, this is just a low-level enemy. But if it was high-level, trust, that shotgun would be obnoxious. The damage he'd hit with it is something that I would never hit with it. Freaking annoying piece of crap. I wanted to put my gesture there so I can teabag him. But then I just decided not to. Over here just goofing off with the gestures. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and walk up on this guy. You can actually infinitely loop him and the other guy, like I said, just with the right weapons, but unfortunately, I did not have said right weapons. And you have to do it at the proper timing. He has to like completely reset before you charge up again, in order to, you know, get it. He has a shield, but you know, that's good luck. That can only do so much, you know. Nice little wooden shield. Thinks he's doing something. Much easier because he doesn't have a gun. So, round of applause, round of applause. I didn't mean to do that, but I gladly appreciate it. Okay, now let's go back up here and pick up some useful items. Mainly in relation to the upgrade materials, obviously. We need a few of those. And then go ahead and deal with these guys, because these guys will mess your day up if you do not deal with them. Now here's the Executioner, and I feel like I handled this fight relatively well. Now remember, they're They're nothing to mess with. They do have some things that you need to watch out for, especially when they hit you. Because they're programmed to punish you in the realm of, okay, you got hit, a lot of damage is done right now, so now you're going to want to heal. So I'm going to leap a mile forward to stop you. But he does leave himself open a lot, so you can always do that as well. The next guy is the guy that I really showcased, like, a really good way to handle that. Now watch this, I think I headshot him. Headshot, baby. Like, you could slightly hear it's like a pew. There's a special sound effect for when you headshot enemies, like a pew. Like a laser or something. And so here I showcase this, just evasion. And I hit him, because his hitbox is actually really wide. It really looks like I shouldn't have hit him, but his hitbox is so wide that it just was generous enough to give me that. And I just shake off the cape because he got owned. So just disrespect him more, right? Right. Now these two things are running, and they actually have a good distance that they'll run before they actually disappear, so do take advantage of that. I usually just prefer to shoot them just to be safe because wonky stuff can happen in the Souls games, like enemies falling through the floor, all kinds of crap. So I do not want to risk losing these things because they have my twin bloodstone shards, and that's what we need to get our weapon to +6, which we now have access to. All we need to do is go back to the Hunter's Dream and bam, +6 weapon. Just like that. That's what we needed. You know, the funny thing enough is, I think the blood gem system is cool, but just really bad at the same time. Because you are missing out on so much damage if you do not actually, like, take the time to go, play RNG and play slot machines for, blood gems. You're just missing out, like, on so much damage. Like, you could have a weapon with probably, like, say, a 400 AR, to whereas if you actually went and got the best gems in the game, easily over 500. Easy. But, again, Bloodborne has, like, multipliers, counter damage and whatnot, so it can really make up for that. You won't really be at too much of a disadvantage. It's just knowing that your weapon isn't at its full potential merely because you don't want to play slot machines. It's just a little annoying to me. Maybe one of these days I'll go and play the dungeons and whatnot, and we can play slot machines, even if it's not necessarily intentional. Just because I don't know, just because. Like, the best gem I've ever gotten in a Chalice dungeon is probably like a 22% gem, I think. I've never got a 27. I think you literally just have to play online and put in codes, which is a whole nother problem. Whole nother problem. Because they pretty much said, hey, you must play online in order to get your weapon to be at its fullest potential, which, again, big issues. Now, I don't think we have any triangle gems, which is why I just said, let me just move the red gem into that one. If I'm not mistaken, at least. I was looking around because I was trying to see if I had anything, better, but I just said, well, let me just first and foremost put this here, and then, do that. Yeah, just really annoying that, like, they decided to go that route with the gems. Because you are missing out on just so much damage by not exploring the dungeons. It's just super annoying. But now that we got our +6 weapon, we're going to go ahead and
What is it?
level up.
Very well,
then we're going to go back to Yahahar, and deal with Darkbeast and make him a DeadBeast. That's what we'll do. +6 TC, plus firepaper, plus beast mode equals DeadBeast. DeadBeast goes from Darkbeast. Well, excuse me, I said that backwards. Darkbeast goes from Darkbeast to DeadBeast. That's what we do. Beast Blood Pellet. Very, very nice way of hyper mode. I honestly think I prefer beast mode in comparison to all the other hyper modes in Dark Souls. I think it's much better to have instead of making your health be like 30% and then buffing, because it's like, at least you just know that, like, as you attack and as you are rewarded for continuously attacking, you will also be punished. It's just, to me, it's the nicest way, because it's immediate access, it's easier to get, because at a higher cycle of new game, you know, getting your health down is a bit trickier, you know, in the other Souls games. It's just a bit trickier. I wanted to make sure that he was dead, which is why I, you know, double charged my attack. It's just a bit trickier, though. Like, you know, like, you'll have to poison yourself or something, because most normal enemies will, like, start just one-shotting you, so, yeah. I really wish that they had, you know, like, beast mode be a staple thing. Obviously not, it's not gonna be called beast mode in a different game, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. To be honest, though, I think beast mode was technically the strongest hyper mode in this game. In the Soul series, because, you know, unlike Red Tearstone, again, you know, you could have a bit more health and whatnot, and as the bar filled, you just did more damage. So if you maintained a really high bar, yeah, we're talking on, like, average hitting for over 1,000 damage. You know, like, that's one hit over 1,000. You know, go ahead and do this. Now, Serration is better for beasts, but I don't use it here because the whip is actually hard to hit on singular, you know, points of the body, which is what you want to do here. The camera is atrocious, so please just do yourself a favor and do not lock onto this crap. It is a nightmare. The hitbox there is also really weird. The reason that I'm hitting R2 instead of R1 a lot is because R2s give you more beasthood, and so, you know, due to me sucking is why I'm not building as much beasthood as I could. This fight could have been over a lot quicker if I was actually properly timing my R2s. But hitting center mass obviously is a good way. As you can see, I'm chunking them. Now we need to hit the arm. Again, if our aim didn't suck, look at all these thrust attacks that we're missing. For goodness sake. If our aim did not suck, it would be wonderful. So here's where I just say, you know, like, you just go ahead and finish him off. I should have immediately, the moment that I hit him down, I should have just went to threaded cane mode. Excuse me, threaded cane mode, whip mode to finish him off. And as you saw, you know, beast mode plus firepaper turns a Darkbeast into a DeadBeast. I have absolutely zero sympathy for that boss. I hate that boss. I hate him here, I hate him in the dungeons. The camera is atrocious. He causes the game to lag, so sometimes, like, attacks that you, know that you rolled, you don't roll it again because the frames are different, because the frame data has changed because the game lags, so. No sympathy for that piece of crap. Let him die, you know. That's all I gotta say to that. And so I'm just running past these enemies, but I'm not actually going to run all the way past them because I do not want to take chances. So I just said I'm going to run over here and then just deal with these things because I don't want them becoming a problem. And so we use our beloved PC to hit around corners, and there you go. I don't know why I'm trying to, again, use the whip in front of someone. The whip should be used from a little bit of a distance to make up for the delay that has to occur when the whip is extending. So, yeah. And now that we have our back entrance to Old Yarnum, we can now make friends with, I believe his name is pronounced Durja? Don't know for sure. Durja. Or Jura. Jura? Not sure. Maybe the D is silent. I don't know. Let's just call him Jura. There you go. Jura. There you go. Long ladder. And here we meet Mr. Gatling Gunner himself.
Well, well. How did you get in here? It's no matter. What brings you to Old Yarnum? I've no interest in matters further up. But you must not disturb this place. The beasts do not venture above, and mean no harm to anyone. If you still insist on hunting them, then I will hunt you first. You understand me? Yes, very good. I no longer dream, but I was once a hunter too. There's nothing more horrific than a hunt. In case you fail to realize, the things you hunt, they're not beasts. They're people. One day you will see. It's time you got going. But first, a farewell gift. I have no use for it anyway. What is it? Surely
Two
I need
gestures.
not
Well,
repeat
not two
myself.
gestures. We got a badge.
Go, I say. You have the whole night to dream. Make the best of it.
Yeah, we got a badge and a gesture. I actually just pressed X so fast that it barely popped up for a second. So I just take this Bolt Hunter's Mark, get out of here. And yeah, that was pretty much it for this session. So, power of the +6 weapon. And what we're going to go ahead and do, and obviously close the session, as per usual. Go back home, level up, and yeah. It's that. But yeah, Darkbeast is now DeadBeast, and it's not really much of a problem. We got our +6 weapon, and now we actually have another area that we want to go to before we deal with Vicar Amelia. I'm just buying some of this because, listen, buy your paper now if you're going to like buy a whole bunch, because these messengers are little scumbags. They raise that price.
Welcome home,
For
good
no
hunt.
reason.
What is it? Very well, let me start.
They're scammers, darn it. Somehow the value is supposed to go up. They're like, hey, you're fighting more difficult bosses, so hey,
Farewell,
let's
good
go ahead and
hunt.
raise that value there, pal. You know. Always be kind. You're getting stronger because of her. Okay, so that's going to go ahead and conclude this session. I think I just buy a few more papers here, and that's just in preparation for, you know, the next session and whatnot. Yeah, just buying a few more items, just, yeah. Oh yeah, make sure that you get your rope Molotov cocktails, oil urns, all of that stuff now, because remember, later in the game we're going to go ahead and cheese Mikolash, and so I can, you know, show you how to deal with him, because some people actually rage, and I do remember my a friend of mine lost his mind against that boss, and you know, you can deal with him in a much more reasonable and faster way. So, that's going to go ahead and conclude this session. I do hope you guys are enjoying. Hope you guys are liking my post-commentary. If there's anything that you want me to talk about in the post-commentary, do let me know. Hope you guys enjoy. Rate the video what you think it deserves, and I will see you next time.